Hey everyone, it's a new Civil War reenactor coming to you with another video. This one's about how to get prepared for a Liberty Rifles event or any other kind of campaigner event that you have where you might have to travel. I learned a lot in my first experience, and before I get going through the items, I just want to share that it helps to have a Facebook group. It helps to have somebody help you, kind of tutor you through the process. Special thanks to Aaron Watkins, who helped me with preparing my jacket for RD1. Making underdrawers, amongst other things, and Adam for helping me guide through the process as well. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about is traveling with a firearm. I'd never done this before. In fact, I still haven't. In 2 weeks, I will be doing this. But I've done a lot of research that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm bringing my 1861 Springfield. It's 56 inches long. There are no gun cases on the market that cover that length. In fact, they used to make them for shotguns. In fact, some of my other folks in the ACWA have those, but I could not find them anywhere. Cabela's, Dick's, you name it. Now, the extended fishing rod case that you're seeing here actually does suffice, does work. And if you put a gun lock on it, it works as well. TSA recommends TSA locks, but some of the TSA locks are pretty wimpy, and I've asked other people what they use, and they use the gun lock. This hole right here goes through. That's how it locks into place. Now, even at over 56 inches, the width of the musket still does not fit in that container. So you will have to remove the lock plate. That was advice that I received as well. In terms of traveling with, let's say, caps or black powder. Now that's a challenge. In fact, I did a bunch of research on that. It's just easier to get it from somebody at the event. In fact, somebody's going to help me out with that. So always recommend that wherever you're going, if there's, with the Liberty Rifles, you join a group, ask if somebody can help you out with that. I, in fact, asked if I could borrow a musket. They just did not have any at the time. If you travel, if you're insistent on traveling with ammo, you can do it, but it has to be in a separate locked case, like inside another bag. There's a bunch of rules. In terms of actually flying, I called United and they didn't say I had to make any kind of special reservation or anything, which just kind of blows me away. I guess I just show up with a firearm, but you do check it in as regular baggage. You let them know there's a firearm in there, and then I believe they have a TSA agent look at it, and maybe even slip in an official sheet of paper, something to that effect, that goes inside of it. So be prepared for that process. All right, so let's talk a little bit about some of the items you want to bring to the event. So I'm going to start here on the right with the blanket. I didn't have a good quality blanket. This is from South Union Mills. It's an English blanket. I had to buy this. It's probably around $200, but for an authentic event, they're going to want to see a good blanket. I took a photo of myself fully dressed up. One of the complaints I got was that the rope I was using wasn't authentic, or it didn't look authentic. It actually is. It's hemp rope. All three of these are. But the one on the left was what I had in the picture, and people were saying, oh, it's too long. You should have a bedroll strap. So fine. I ordered that to be safe, but in case it doesn't show up in time, I also have a thinner bedroll blanket. But that's the level of scrutiny you might get if you go to a campaigner event. The jacket I had is a quality one. It was Wamba and white, but it was an RD2 jacket. This is the one that Aaron helped me out with by putting that black trim on it to make it Texas Company A. Fourth Texas Company A authentic. So you'll notice there's mud on it. This is actually a brand new jacket, but when I did yard work, I just found mud near a sprinkler, smeared it all over my jacket, let it sit in the garage, and it's gotten hardened up. I probably need to sun beat this a little bit, but at least it's looking better. The pants I've been wearing while I did yard work as well, so that's looking better. My shoes, although normally I'm in the 7th Virginia, have never been authentic. I've been using brogans that are russet colored, so I needed to get something more black color that would have mirrored kind of what you would have seen in the Eastern Theater. These boots are authentic and accurate. I got these from South Union Mills. If you haven't gotten boots before, though, they do slide around a bit, so I had to get some insoles. Hopefully nobody looks in my shoes, but I had to do that. The accoutrements or leathers are from Missouri Boot and Shoe. They're pretty CS generic, so those should be good. This will be my first time using those. In terms of the shirt, this is just an extra shirt, handmade. So that's, that's good. The canteen itself, this is tin, so this will also be authentic. I wasn't sure about the haversack because it's oilcloth, if that was accurate or not, but those were used all throughout the war. I checked with some of my colleagues here and they say that suffices. The belt is just a roller belt, pretty generic. Again, if you go generic, you're pretty safe usually. I didn't know actually that a frock coat, you didn't need the trim on it, so that would have been another way to go for this event. It's always good to invest and purchase in those items that you can use across multiple events. These are underdrawers that Aaron helped me make, but yeah, you do need to have authentic underdrawers for an authentic campaign or event. Same thing with socks. These are handmade socks from South Union Mills. In terms of the items to bring, I didn't know because this is my first really genuinely authentic event. I've done some local California campaigner events, but people still would like whip out phones and do things. This one, they were like, you know, I got advice, hey, if you don't have authentic candles, they're not, you know, beeswax or one of those other methods, like don't bring it, you know? So same thing, I had a sleeping cap that's not super authentic. I'm not bringing it. I'm not bringing the gloves. I'm not bringing a gum blanket. You'll see this is actually a garbage bag. I just have that for the dirt. I'm not bringing a gum blanket. That actually really wasn't super authentic because it was so hot at this time of the year, and most of the troops have been marching forever and couldn't carry stuff very much anyways. You have to remember the average soldier was 145 pounds, 5'8", so they're not packing tons and tons of stuff. In fact, me having 3 pairs of socks may be unrealistic. In terms of other things I had to upgrade my utensils. You can see that here. I got some actually realistic ones. One of them is Skinner and Smith. That was made, now that's the spoon, that was made before the war. The other 2 items are claimed to have been used during the Civil War. They certainly look it. I found those off of Etsy. A little bit more expensive to replace than my generic ones I got from Sutler Row, but certainly better looking. That Bible's authentic. Nobody's really going to critique your housewife, so that's fine. And then I've got my toothbrush and powder. That glasses case, I don't know, that might be a little bit on the fringe side, but those glasses are actually Civil War style inside, and they are for reading. And if something happens with my musket, I'm actually going to need them. So that's that. Hat, I beat up a little bit and punched it some, but otherwise it's pretty authentic. I'm going to pack all this stuff into a duffel bag that straps around my back, just because otherwise it'd be hard to like carry 2 hard cases, this big long musket plus one. So hopefully nothing gets crushed when I check it in. But this is pretty much it. You know, I just wanted to let you know what I learned from TSA. You know, some of the challenges in getting ready. But again, it should be a really good event. I'm hoping I don't have any issues at the airport. And barring none, hopefully this was helpful. Thanks, everybody.